Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hope you all are having an awesome and wonderful day. My name is Jerome, and welcome to the channel. So today I wanted to talk about my predictions for the upcoming ban list. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen. Konami hasn't said anything. They're kind of keeping a hush. I don't know why. I think they should just go ahead and just tell us when it's going to drop. But anyways, we just had the big tournament this past weekend, so I'm pretty sure something is going to happen here soon. So I just want to go ahead and go over what I think may or may not change. So, first up on the list is Mystic Mine. I do put it at 1. It's controversial. I think that this card may be getting left alone. It could stay at 3, or it could be limited, or it could be banned. A lot of people want it to be banned. I don't think it's bannable. I don't really see it that much as a problem. I can't agree that it could get sent down to 1. I just think that this card allows a lot of lower tier decks or a lot of unplayable decks be playable. So I think that Mystic Mine is not really all that bad. There's so many cards that can get over this one card. I think we should just let it be. You know, it is what it is. All right, next up on the list, I have Artifact Scythe. I have it at being banned. That's right. This card is stupid. I mean, it literally shuts someone out of playing the game basically for an entire turn, and then that's game. A lot of people, they get Scythe and they immediately just say, all right, next game. And I mean, it's ridiculous. You guys seen how it is at Nats and stuff when they just played it, and when people got Scythe off, that's game. Like it really sucks when this card comes out to the field. It's very easy to get it out, and I think it's very toxic for the game. It just needs to go. I don't think it belongs anymore. All right, and then next up on the list, I have it's Hulk. I have it at 0, as you can see here. It could stay, it could be banned. I'm leaning towards it being banned because this card just opens up the windows for OTKs. It just starts so much stuff that's going on. I just do not agree with this card. And I just realized I think I for some reason have it in Spanish or something at the bottom, but then at the top it's written in English. So I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, this card is it's ridiculous. You know, just about every deck that can do a bunch of synchroing or a bunch of link plays uses this, so they can go into Scythe lock, or they can go into access code for game and stuff like that. It's a problematic card, so I do see it probably getting banned. I hope it gets banned, but I think I want Scythe to be banned more, but you know, it is what it is. All right, next up on the list we have Etelly, and I'm putting it at 1. This card came to 3 and it is shining. I mean, the Punk engine is just thriving off of this card right now. Not only that, but we also have like other decks that can just, you know, thrive off of this. I mean, you have Virtual Worlds that can pretty much do crazy plays just because of this one card. But more importantly, I think it's just the Punk cards that are utilizing this a lot. So I do see this card possibly getting hit down to 1. Next up on the list, we have Fight for Patchwork, and this I have it at 1 as well. This is a problematic card, I think, in Branded Despia, just because it is a easy way of just starting so many of your combos, and it's pretty ridiculous. So this being hit down to 1 can definitely slow the deck down, and I think it's pretty reasonable for it to be hit. Next up, we have Ashuna. I have Tinny Spirit Ashuna at 1. I think that this card is a good starter for a lot of things when it comes to Sword Soul. But the thing is about Sword Soul is that you can't hit a Sword Soul card. If you hit a Sword Soul card, the deck itself, I think, just kind of dies instantly. So I think that you could hit like the teeny cards and the deck would be fine. So maybe this could be like something to kind of put it, you know, just to slow it down a little bit. I'm not sure though. Next up we have Water Enchantress. What do I have it at? I have it at 2. I think that this card is going to go down to 2 to cut down the consistency of the, you know, the whole Brave engine or Adventure engine, whatever you want to call it. So yeah. And then the next card right with it is right off. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I never knew how to pronounce it. I think it's Aramsir. Not sure. But anyways, I do have this card at 2 as well. Um, same reason as Water Enchantress. It's just the consistency is way too high at 3, and honestly, when it's at 2, it still has a really high consistency. So who knows? Maybe I have heard that they might put Water Enchantress at 1, and then they might just keep right at 3. Could be, I don't know, but it is what it is. Next, I have Branded Opening at 2. So again, just to kind of cut down the consistency, I guess, of the Branded. Um, Even though it's not really branded, it's kind of fallen off. Not that many people are kind of like messing with it anymore. Not gonna lie, it's a really boring deck to play. So I feel like a lot of people are just not playing it just because it's boring and because it loses to dimensional barrier. So who knows? This card could be sent to 2, maybe not. I mean, not that many people are kind of messing with it anymore. Next up, I have here is the Dragonic Diagram. I put it at 2. Now it's at 1 right now. It could come to 2 just because this deck isn't all that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not what it used to be. Even if this card could probably even come back to 3, and it's not even going to be that problematic. And the reason is because we already have a better version of this deck that's out, and it's at full power, and that is Floowandereeze. So when you have Floowandereeze and you have Dracos, which one sounds more of a threat? I think the Floowandereeze deck sounds a lot more scarier than Dracos. So, you know, maybe we can see it at 2. Maybe it can come back to 3. I'm not sure. Next up is Branded Fusion. I think Branded Fusion might get hit to 2. Maybe. Not sure. You know, if it gets hit to 2, then, you know, it just cuts down the consistency even more for him. But the thing is that I don't, you know, it seems like I have a lot of branded stuff up here, but again, this is why I put the question mark, because, you know, it might not even, they might just say, you know, it's fine. It could stay at 3. We hit the other stuff, so you know, it's fine to stay where it's at. All right, next up I have is Tracho back the Rideable Dragon. So if you see, I have it as a question mark for ban. All right, so I've actually heard that, you know, not only heard, but I've also kind of thought about it. Whereas if this was like just not part of it, then the adventure package won't be a problem. And that's so true, because this card right here is pretty stupid. I mean, you get to just add the Griffin right to your hand and discard this or send it, and then you just get to activate this effect to bring it right back to equip it to the token. It's just a free card, you know. It's pretty busted. So I could see why this is, you know, potentially could get banned, you know, and I could agree with it. And I believe that was all I had for yeah, I think that was all I had for the my ban list here. I'm not sure what else could be hit. I don't know what could come off of the ban list, because normally they always pick like I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 cards on the ban list and just take it off and just say, hey, you can have unlimited plays, or you can have 2 or 3, you know, 2 ofs or 1 ofs of this card now. I'm not sure what could it be. Maybe Spellbook of Judgment. I keep seeing, you know, people saying that, hey, you know, it came off of the OCG back to 1. Maybe it can come back to 1 over here in the TCG, and that's true. But then again, I don't know, because that card is pretty nuts, and it's one of my favorite cards ever made. But it's pretty nuts for what it is, so it may or may not come back. Not sure. What are the kind of decks they could be hitting? They could probably prepare for sprites, or I guess it's going to be called sprites over here. They could maybe prepare for that, maybe hit something that's going to make it ridiculous, maybe cut it down to 1, or possibly ban it. Don't know. They probably won't, though, because they're going to probably want to try to make as much capital off of that next set coming out, so they're probably just going to leave it alone. And I think that's it. I don't really think anything else that's currently out is a big problem. Like, I think literally the #1 problem currently right now is probably Scythe. I think Scythe is the biggest problem. I mean, a lot of people want to say, no, it's Mystic Mine. I don't think it's Mystic Mine. Mystic Mine is not that big of a problem. There's so many ways to get over it, but there's literally like one way that everyone I think can possibly get over being Scythe locked on their turn, and that's Called by the Grave. Right now, you could say, oh, you know, what if I play like Sky Strikers and I have Shark Cannon in my hand? Okay, yeah, you know, okay, wow, you have 2 ways of getting over it, but most people only have 1 way in their main deck. A lot of people don't want to main deck DD Crow, but they're gonna probably have to if they just leave Scythe at 1, or sorry, at 3. If they just leave Scythe alone, it, you know, people could be saying, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna start main decking DD Crows because I'm sick and tired of getting Scythe locked. I think it should go. I think it should go before that even happens. And the Halki Firebacks, it sucks, but I think it should go as well. There goes the access code Talka plays, but it is what it is. I think it just needs to go out of here. But yeah, and I think that's about it. Yeah, so like the slideshow says here, thanks for watching and everything. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, leave a like. Let me know what you think should be hit on the ban list in the comment sections down below. And if you like the content, please subscribe so I can just, you know, so you don't miss out on any videos, stuff like that. And yeah, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.